Well, folks, the day has come for our final episode on the Hallicrafter S-38B. And as you can see, she's back in the case, and she's looking quite nice. Everything's been cleaned up. We've just powered her on, and that green-looking dial is illuminating. And you can hear she sounds really, really good.
So vast, and it's been culminating throughout the years.
Very, very nice.
Liberalism in our government, in our academia.
Good old liberalism.
In our...
Let's go back to music. So anyway, I didn't have to do an alignment on it. I checked the alignment and it was pretty much spot on. So this thing was in decent shape. I did connect everything in the back, and I'm going to flip it around and show you what that looks like. And then we're going to wrap this video up with just some comments about the actual series itself. And we'll take it from there. So let me go turn it around and I'll be right back. Okay, here's the back of the unit, and you can see that I've got the back cover on. I did cut out here for the plug, and it fits in there perfectly. And you'll see that I've added a warning sign to this one. Proceed with caution. Caution. Ground wire not used. Neutral connected to chassis. Hopefully if someone opens this thing up in a couple of years, 20 years, 10 years, 100 years, whatever, they're going to realize when they open this up and say, hey, why didn't they connect the ground to this thing, to the chassis? Let me go do that. Hopefully this will survive and explain to them why. So we've got this all buttoned up at this point, and the case looks really, really good. I'm not going to do anything with the case because I think it's vintage and the patina is really nice. And I think we're going to wrap on this one. So let me just explain a few things, and then we'll close it. Be right back. Okay, friends. So let's wrap up this video with just an explanation. So what did I learn during this restoration? Well, it's the same lesson I learned during every restoration, that you gotta do your research first before you start working on these things. In this particular case, I got the radio, started poking around, hadn't plugged it in, didn't test it, so there was no imminent danger. But what I didn't know fully was that the history of these things, that they are a history of having hot chassis and not good. Now, if you remember in the first video, I did show you on the data sheet that it said that the four rubber washers need to be replenished because they isolate the chassis. So I did see that, so I had a suspicion that something wasn't good there. But it took our good friend John from Arkansas to say, hey Ron, be careful with that thing, you got a problem, and he sent me the link, and that forced me to take a look and do a little more research than I should have done in the beginning. So so that's a word to all of you. If you're going to work on something, do your research, right? Because it could save your life. And we got a little visitor here. It's Ella. Oh, it's Bella. Hey. Little tuxedo cat. See that? Yeah, show me your tuxedo. Anyway, aside from that, I learned a few other things. So one is, as I said in one of my previous videos, if you're making a decision to restore a radio, you have to decide, do you want to get it just to work, or do you want to restore it? And and make it look like it's new. And in this case, I decided I wanted to keep it clean and make it look like it was relatively new. Not brand new, but relatively new. And I did that. So I learned that you have to make those decisions before you get started. Electrically, the restore was easy. There were no challenges, really. I did find that output transformer was all screwed up from a soldering perspective, but I was able to fix that. And that was a pretty easy challenge. The speaker did have a little bit of a rip in it, but I fixed that. That was easy. And I think in general the alignment on this thing was actually easier than I thought it would be. When I connected everything and tested it, it was actually right on the money. So I didn't have to really do anything. And given that the radio works well, I'm not going to touch it. I was able to get some short bands in, some Morse code, I think is what you call it. So I was able to get some of that. So all the short bands are working well as well. So this was an entry level radio, and this now makes two. And I've got my eye on the crown jewel of shortwave radios, and that's a Hammarlund. So we'll see if I can pick it up at a decent price, and because I won't pay a lot of money for it, obviously. But if I can, I will. And we'll see if that shows up in a future video. So I have a few more things that I'm going to start working on, and these will be in odds and sods videos. One is that Crossley Danger radio with the metal handle. I had a bad output transformer on that, and I've replaced it, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then I have the Zenith wave magnet, which I'm still working on recovering the Tolex. And I haven't gotten very far on that, but that's on my list of things to do. And then I have a few other projects. I've got another piece of test equipment that I'm going to build, which you may find interesting, and that will be probably the next thing that I work on. And that'll just be a one video series, I think, but it's something that I haven't found anybody has one, and I can't find one available. There's probably a reason why, but I'm going to make one. And then I've got some other cool stuff in the hopper, so stay tuned for my videos. I appreciate you watching, those that watch, and if you can subscribe and tell your friends and click like, I'd appreciate it. So anyway, thanks for your support during this one. Appreciate everybody's help, and you know who you are. Everybody contributed to this one, so thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Take care.